This is Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by ChampionNews.net. Carol Parisi here with Jack Roser and our special guest, Demetra DeMonte. Demetra, what is a vision for the Republican Party? Do you think that they have a vision for victory, and do they have a path to victory for 2014 and even 2016?
Yes, part of this technology is part of it, the boots on the ground. But since you actually brought up part of the subject, I'm going to tell you what I am personally doing, okay, to help us win in 2014 and 2016. As National Committeewoman for Illinois, I am putting on a workshop for county chairmen all around Illinois. Now, granted, I'm National Committeewoman. What a lot of people don't know, I was a county chair. I was elected 3 times.
Is that right?
I loved being county chair. I believe I was a very effective county chair. We were in a UAW.
What county was that?
Tazewell County. UAW, a blue collar. No, obviously we had Republicans as well, but it was not a slam dunk Republican. But I will tell you, with the team that I surrounded myself with, because it's all team, it's never by yourself. We never lost an incumbent
I am
race.
woman, hear me roar.
That's right, and that was in 2006. 2006, we did not lose any incumbent. In fact, we picked up a judge from the Democrats in 2006. So what I've decided to do was to think about all the things that were done in Tazewell and put it together. And I contacted state chairs around Illinois, and I'm doing it. Well, I also, I'm involved in the Midwest Leadership Conference, which is going to be put on in Kansas City next month. And I just mentioned this training, this workshop. They said, oh my gosh, will you come to do that? I said, absolutely. Well, last week in Boston, I announced that I was doing regional training throughout Illinois, and I was doing training in Kansas City. And I just mentioned to my fellow RNC members that I was doing, and I said, hey, if any of you need help, I'd be delighted to come out. That was it. Within 48 hours, I had nearly 20 states come to me to come to their states. So I will be doing this on a volunteer basis. Just pay my expenses. That's all I expect. And 5 states already signed up. I'm going to Montana, Iowa, Vermont. Actually, Vermont and New Hampshire together.
Iowa sure needs help.
Iowa. And the others are going to be getting back to me because we have to worry about states. But the point is, if we're going to win, technology is important. Absolutely. Boots on the ground are important. But your county structures are important. They're teaching their precinct committeemen how to knock on doors, how to do what you need to do, and how to get a good team around you to foster motivation and enthusiasm where you actually have fun. We had fun.
It's called leadership. But I call it Tom Sawyer leadership.
Well, we had fun. We absolutely, right, Bob? I've got my good friend Bob Eric here, who was a precinct committeeman when I was county chair, and we had fun. We would come together, we would have volunteers, and even when there wasn't an election, we would have them come in to do things. Like our Christmas party, the women had they had a ball putting together our name tags. Was it waste of time? Ask them. They had fun. The point is, we kept them involved throughout the cycle, so they didn't leave us. They kept around us.
Now, what do you think of Cook County and the structure? Because Cook County only has township committeemen. There are not there's not precinct committeemen that elect the township committeemen as it's done in other counties. There's just a committeeman from each different area, each different township, and they appoint precinct captains.
Isn't that the law in Cook County?
What do you think of that structure?
Well, I think it'd be great if they would be elected, because I think in Chicago, I'm sure the Democrats just appoint their best friends, probably, right? I would think.
The trouble is that there's a concomitant thing they did at the same time when they set it up that way, is they set up a different tax rate for businesses and homes. The homes vote, businesses don't. So they raised the taxes on business many years ago. A business pays the real estate tax at 2.5 times the rate homes do.
Yep.
So they figured that this was good politics. Well, it's good politics for the Democrats that dominate this thing. but they spent so damn much money that the taxes on the homes is excessive now. I mean, they had an advantage, but it's gone away because they're all of Cook County and all of, especially Chicago, is hugely in debt. So their scheme is still working, however, because they charge the businesses 2.5 times as much. And also in the rest of the townships through the state, the assessor is a guy. I say, don't get mad at your assessor, because your assessor is merely in charge of the manure spreader. He has nothing to do with how much manure goes on the spreader. That's done by the spenders.
It's for the taxing structure, but political.
He has his obligation to just do it. But what they set up in Cook County is with that rate 2.5 times as much, and there's only one assessor for the whole county that can change it. It's a Democrat downtown. That is an extremely driving force behind the corruption you find in the city of Chicago and in Cook County, is it was organized for corruption. I took my own beginning company when I had about 30 people out of Cook County and into Kane because of that fact. It's a good thing I did, because otherwise I'd be under the thumb of those stinking politicians, the one guy that can tell you what your taxes is. The Democrats have got a huge advantage in Cook County, and the law should be changed.
We are going to come back right after the break. Stay with us. Don't go away with Demetra DeMonte. We'll be right back.